So let me get direct to the point. Everything that has ever been said or heard about non-duality is a concept. Everything that has ever been said about non-duality is a position. The moment that there's an acceptance or even a rejection, that's still a position. It becomes a belief system that becomes solid. The moment that there is a knowing, there becomes an intellectualization or a conceptualization of something that cannot never be known. The moment that there is a position, it's no longer non-duality. Simply non-duality cannot be said. It cannot be explained. It can never be experienced. Even saying that it's unknowable becomes a position. There is an obviousness that cannot be translated into words. There's an obviousness that has never been communicated at all. But even saying obviousness is another position. What a dilemma. Expressing that there's only self with the opposite idea of there's no me is another position. It's another belief system. Instead of a directness that can never be known, it becomes an intellectual understanding, a groupthink or a belief system that's passed on, that is comprehended, that becomes interpreted, that becomes digested, that becomes accepted. The moment, even if there's a belief in a message, there's duality. The moment there's a belief that there's no one here or simply no one, becomes another understanding. Even saying this and not this is already this is just another position. Saying that there's no position is also a position. Again, what seems to be suggested becomes an intellectualization of something that can never be intellectualized. Saying that there's no one, saying that there's awareness, saying that it's already this, is just another belief system. And it will go on and on and on and on. Then it's hoodwinked. The character is trapped in words, but there's no way out of words. The words will create an opposite. It will create a definition. It will create an understanding, therefore creating an opposition. Once in a while, like a lottery system, there's a zapping, a glimpse. But what is seen in a glimpse cannot be said. It becomes the interpretation of the character, this indescribable emptiness, this boundless freedom. Sometimes it's flat, sometimes it's elating. After that initial seeing that there's no one here, which is also just another thought, by the way, it becomes a belief system. But belief is just another thought. So the thought that there is no one slides in there and becomes this indescribable belief system. From a more of a spiritual-based non-duality, it can be interpreted, it's all awareness. But all awareness, there's no one here, it's already the case, is just thoughts. It's just belief systems. Even if someone goes, well, there's this feeling, there's this experience, the moment that their sensations, experience, or feelings get hijacked by a thought, that it becomes another statement like there's no one here, or it's all awareness, or there's someone here, there's a contract. It's all a belief system. It's all thoughts. So this is more radical than radical. It's not a belief system. It's not convincing you of anything. This is more of a directness that can never be known. So I wanted to change this meeting around and kind of like have a series of one-on-ones rather than passing on knowledge or passing on ideas, passing on belief systems. That is just reinforces seeking over and over again that there's something missing, that there is, even saying it's energetic is just another thought. It's always a thought. Even saying that this message awareness has nothing to do about thoughts is still a thought. Even saying prior to thought is still a thought. And there's a belief that there's something that can happen in the next. So the character is looking for the next, the next, the next, the next. When in this directness, there's an offer here to fall into the abyss, in between knowing and not knowing, in the space between position and no position, in between belief and no belief. There's a directness that cannot be comprehended, it cannot be grasped. And lately I've been doing this one-on-ones, and it's just been quite amazing to see the absence and the fullness. In between me and no me, there's something that we both don't know. What seems to appear in these meetings is that there's someone that knows and there's someone that doesn't know. So it tries to go to the next. Maybe I'll know how to become a no one or a no me or something. But what's being expressed here is what's between me and no me is this directness, this radiance, this, I don't know what to call it. But it's not a knowing. It's not an unknowing. It's not a belief or not a belief. Again, what's being presented here is just so direct. It's nothing better or worse, but it just simply cuts all the BS that has been purported as or understood as non-duality. It cuts through all the belief systems, thinking that, you know what, there's all awareness or there's no one here, and goes right into the middle where you and I melt into what cannot be said. A directness, a silencing, a clarifying, an illumination. And it's not caught up with dogma. I don't have to say it's for no one, because that just becomes another understanding. That just becomes another next. It becomes another capturing of something that cannot be captured. In the immediacy, in the raw directness of this, there's something that cannot be said. Yet there's so much talk about it. There's so much discourse about non-duality. And the dilemma usually, who is telling the truth? Who is right? Who is wrong? But there's no such thing as truth. It's just a thought. There's no such thing as right or wrong. It's just a thought. I can, wax poetic here about the emptiness and the unknowable and the and go into that beautiful wordplay word salad and everything. But the character is always looking for something to land on. The character is always looking to be a character, a real one. It's always making a case for reality, whether the reality is there's a self or there's no self. Whether the reality is that there is awareness or it's nothing. So non-duality has become a trap. It's become either this or not this. But what's in between? What can't be said? There's something that is so direct, that is so laser focused, that it dissolves these ideas about non-duality or duality. That's not passed on, that's not a knowledge, that's not something that I can pass on to you, but it's something that is here and not here simultaneously. Something that is so obvious that it's not obvious at the same time. The mind, the me, the character, the individual try to figure out in the next. But let's get rid of all the carrots. Let's get rid of all of the specialness. No specialness, whatever, right? And come into this directness where the words just falter. Ideas begin to fall apart. Belief system goes down the drain. And all of a sudden, there's freedom from the ideas of freedom. If you want to chat and go really direct, please go ahead. You can raise your hand if you like for people that are new. If you just want to say hi, that's completely. Oh, what happened there? Sorry. Sorry about that. Was my screen off the whole time? No, okay. Okay. So if you want to go direct, and again, it doesn't matter too. You know, if you can talk, if you want to talk, or if you want to ask questions, but know this, no one knows this. That's the gatekeeping, is there's an idea that someone knows it, but there is clarity here that cannot be owned by anyone. Hey, Josh.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Well, I'm trying to get my camera on. Uh, I don't know, give me 1 second.
Yeah. There you
Okay.
are.
Hey, what's up, man? It's been a while.
Good. It's been a while. Yeah, yeah. How are you
Um,
doing?
I'm doing good. I've actually been doing really well. I just recently had a work incident, and I can't seem to, I guess maybe a disagreement, I guess you could say, and I can't seem to get it out of my head. It's just on repeat. It's been
Okay.
frustrating. I just can't seem to put it down.
So sometimes that happens. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like having a stormy day or whatever. But
Yeah,
what if you can't go to the past or to the future because they're just thoughts? What if directly there's only this moment? If you can go
yeah,
to the past or the future, what's wrong with right now?
yeah, nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. So where are the thoughts?
They're not in this moment. At this moment.
Yeah. So what's the problem again?
Um, yeah, it feels like there is a deepening on that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that
Okay.
was, I think that
That
was
was quick, huh?
all right. See you, man.
Okay, reach back again, man. Good to see you, though.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. Hey, Ingrid. Hello.
Hi, Emerson.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
Finally, here I am.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been so busy. You
Yeah,
know, trying to schedule anything is just nuts right now, but thank you
yeah,
for coming.
yeah. Yes. Uh, I want to ask, but there's nothing to ask, and then
Yeah.
nothing to say.
Yeah. Again, in the immediacy, right? In the directness, there's
Yeah.
no concepts, there's no oppositions. It's just really silent, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was working all day on my property here,
Yeah.
and I was asking, am I doing it or who's doing it?
Yeah. In
And
between, am I doing it or I'm not doing it? What's there?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
creates silence as well.
That's
Yeah.
right. Because the
Ouch.
thought, yes, boom.
And yeah, and the
Yeah.
other question created silence as well. It's so amazing because you have power and think, oh dear, it's not normal. But yeah,
No, there's, it's just, there's just this clarity with no words, right? So, yeah.
yeah,
Just going into that directness, right? That there's always an avoidance of that because we're caught up in the, am I doing this or am I not doing this? But if you go directly, what's here?
nothing. You can't say anything.
Exactly.
Silence and such a special. I don't know how to
Yeah.
describe it.
When we
It's
go into the middle, we both don't know. How's that?
great.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, yeah.
There's no hierarchy. There's no one with authority. There's no one that's someone or no one. It's just direct. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing to say.
Yeah.
Wanted to say hello. No
Hello.
question,
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
enjoying it.
Thank you. Yeah. Keep on coming back. Keep on coming back. Let's
Yeah,
clear it all up. Let's do
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Would love
But
that.
nothing's coming up, isn't it? Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one would love that to be permanent.
That's the next, right? But there's no
You're
next.
right. Ah, nice.
That's how tricky it is, right? Because when you
It
start
is.
thinking, want to be this permanent, but
Yeah.
between permanent, not permanent, and permanent, what's there?
Wow.
Yeah. Whatever shows up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joy.
Yeah. At peace, right? So
Right.
yeah.
And silence.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's nice. Yeah. Thank you very much,
Thank
Emma.
you. Thank you. Oh, I have to open the chat. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Don't be scared. And if you don't know how to raise your hand, just unmute yourself. Corey. Hi, Corey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, were you serious when you said you were thinking of doing this up on a Sunday night?
Oh no,
'Cause-
because it's just so busy lately, right? So I have people coming from New York, and then but I love
oh,
this. I love this. I'm just joking.
oh. I went into a panic because I tried to tune in at 7 o'clock and
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I thought I didn't know how to find out if what was happening like other people do because I'm
Yeah.
not very IT literate.
Yeah.
But so then I thought, right, I'll watch some videos,
Yeah.
and I went to click on the videos, and then a chat thing came up, and it said Sunday 8 o'clock. But I would not have known if I hadn't have tuned in to watch the
Oh.
video.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah, it's here now.
I think I figured out what's happening to your thing,
Oh,
to
you
your
have?
mail. Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to start coming
Oh,
now. Yeah.
oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
right.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
good, good. That's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah. And did you get my email us requesting a video of a one-to-one?
Oh, I can't find it, but you know what? I'll find it. And I have
Oh,
such a big library.
I know. I
Yeah.
hate asking you, but
No, no, no. But
I
I know
really
it's somewhere, but it's just, I
want.
think I get like I have several external drives now, so I have to find it. Well, if I'll look for it. I'll look for it. I'll take some time off and start doing,
Oh,
because I have like I'm really behind on the videos, right? So I have like about 7 or 10 one-on-ones that I wanted to put out, but there's just no time. I've just been busy lately, so
okay.
sorry about that. Yeah,
I know, I hate asking you really, but I did really want to see that one.
for sure, for sure. I know which one you're asking to, so
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. That would be lovely. Yeah. I can't keep up with all the videos you keep putting out. I
Oh yeah.
kind of get left behind.
Thank you. But yeah,
Yeah. Mm.
much
Anyway,
love.
lovely to see
Oh, I
you.
got to talk to Sally. I'll talk
Oh,
to you
you
about it
did?
later. Yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah,
Oh, brilliant.
yeah. It was
Oh, good.
great meeting.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, that's lovely. That's the best present
yeah,
tonight for me. So I'm so glad.
yeah.
I bet she enjoyed it.
She did. Yeah, I enjoyed
Right.
it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh. Mm.
She looks
Ah,
like you.
she does? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Mhm.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you, Emerson.
Miriam, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Uh,
Oh, oh, I can't find you.
Can't believe I'm here. Um, I have a lot of questions. I'm a
Yeah, please go ahead.
psychologist,
Okay.
and I work with people who are very attached to their self,
Hmm.
sense of self,
Yeah,
as I am too
yeah,
at some time.
yeah.
But my question is, when people are struggling with some emotions, either anxiety, fear, it seems to help to be able to label it and to be able to take action. Like there seems to be a purpose to all this mental activity and all of those emotions that we go through. And I'm afraid, I guess, to let go of all that. Because it seems like I might not have a good compass anymore, or and I can't imagine telling people to let go of their sense of self.
Yeah,
It would seem outrageous, right?
yeah, yeah. Well,
So,
I have actually talked to maybe more than a dozen now, just even the past year, psychologists and psychiatrists that somehow stumbles upon this and everything, right? And you know what? Most of them have basically said that it has heightened their work. There's clarity, right? There is, because what you're
mhm,
thinking about is your concept about or belief about non-duality. What I'm trying to express here is not a concept, or it's just clarity. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being a no one or there no self, because those are just ideas, right?
mhm,
So this is
mhm,
basically in between those ideas. Then there's this isness, there's this directness, basically, that is not a belief, not a knowing. Um, I think what happens with non-duality is that there usually is a belief system that is very, very subtle, right? That now you believe that it's all awareness, but you don't even see that it's just a belief, or it's just the self, which is just another belief. Or you go to the opposite side, which is there's no one here, or there's simply no one, there's no free will or choice. Those are beliefs.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
not about conveying that
Yeah.
to a client because it's not helpful. They can't
No,
relate
no,
to it, but
no.
it's more from my own perspective and
Yeah,
in that role, which is true. I agree with you. To be really intensely in the moment, the
yeah.
present
Oh,
is
yeah.
very,
It's beautiful.
it's
Yeah,
key.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But how do you remind yourself on a day-to-day basis when you're doing your activities and you've got a list of things you have to do, or you're planning on the next thing? Like, how do you live?
I'm horrible at that, to answer that, because I'm going to be honest, I'm quite forgetful. I have my Apple Watch that that rings every like 10 minutes to remind me of what to do and everything. I just learned how to adapt with it, basically, right? But there's this directness all the time, basically, right? That there's this um absence of the past and the future thoughts, basically, although that's just another thought, right? So it just becomes irrelevant, all of the stuff that seems to kind of like make you worry or not, be unfocused and everything, right? So it's the same thing, basically. Chop wood, carry water, chop wood, carry water. But
So
there
it
is,
sounds
but there is,
liberating.
yeah, it does. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sell you any carrots or anything like that, right? But this moments, what if you don't have any belief of this moment? What are you without your beliefs?
I don't know, but I feel a little bit anxious.
Yeah, that's another belief of the next.
So it's
What
just
are you without that? What if you can't go to the past or the future and you just have this moment? And what are you without that belief?
it seems like just a bundle of there are sensations in the
Yeah,
throat. Like it's
yeah. It's just sensations, right?
mhm.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good start. So yeah, if you can't go to the
But
past or
you
the
know what it
future,
is? It's
yeah,
like, oh my God, I can't let go of this entire edifice that I've,
not just
you
another
know,
idea about the future. You're going to the future again, right?
yeah,
That's
but
not
our whole
true.
lives.
There's not a letting go of that too, right? Because it tries to create this story that it's going to be a mess and everything, right? It can be a mess as well, but life can be messy too. But what if you can't go to that imaginary future
Mm-hmm,
in the imagined past, and you're just really stuck in this infinite?
mm-hmm.
What if the thoughts don't really matter anymore? What if the beliefs are non-existent?
Yeah. So it helps to not believe in the thoughts. I understand that. It's just an
How
idea.
about this one? Because that's just another in the next. Why don't we go direct and what's between belief and no belief?
I've heard you say that in your one-on-ones, and
Yeah,
now
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to experience it.
No,
Okay, so
no,
say
no.
that again.
Yeah, what's between belief and no belief? Go directly with the question.
It's just space.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. It's just space, right? So in this space, is there any obstacles?
No,
No. Is there anything wrong?
no.
No. Okay. So if there's nothing wrong, then is there any past right now?
I'm clinging to a little bit of it.
Which one? The past?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But who's clinging to the past? Isn't that just another belief?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like a part that goes, I don't want you to forget.
That goes to the future again, right? What if you can go to the past or the future?
Hmm.
Those are just thoughts.
Well, and there's nothing to do.
Yeah, there you go. Isn't that freeing? You can
You're
go to the past or
frightening.
the future. Yeah, I
Mm.
know. I'm afraid to be free. It's so scary to be, to have liberation. The
It's
past and the
the,
future
yeah,
creates this kind of like almost like a prison wall for it, right? But without the past or the future, because there's no past and future right now. There's
it's
just
a bit of
freedom.
an abyss,
It
though.
is an abyss. Yeah. It's so empty, right? It's so empty that where's the problem? Why don't we change the word abyss into peace? Isn't it peaceful?
If I can maintain contact.
Yeah, but you're trying to go to the future again.
Or contact with the present, with your present. That's
Oh no,
it's
don't think of me as
peaceful.
anything special. That's the greatest, misnomer, right? I'm trying to see that I'm just trying to point out the directness. There's no one special here and there's no one special there, right? So again, kind of like what I say, let's meet in the gap where the thoughts and the self can't go. So that both of us don't know. And it's beautiful not to know.
There is no problem
There
there.
is no problem, yeah. It's empty, isn't it?
Yeah, but my mind is so busy.
Yeah, but that's just another thought about, the past.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it is. Yeah, it's in the referral, basically, right?
Yeah.
It can't come here. Where is it?
Chatting on the periphery.
Yeah, it's in the periphery. Yeah, it's irrelevant, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's like, what, in the story, of course, we've been brainwashed to think, to seek, to go to the next. Like we get trapped in non-duality thinking that, okay, when is it going to be no self? Yet we're afraid of it.
But we've also attributed so much importance to
To the
it.
mind. Yeah, of course.
It's like it's why I'm still here.
But that's just another thought, right? You're trying to, because here it is. This is the problem of what happens, is because you think that you're here and you're hoping that you're not going to be here. So it creates a past and a future, therefore creates a continuity. But what if you go in between, and what's in between me and no me? It clears up again. Yeah. The apparent mind will try to throw something in there, like another position, so that you can get caught up in this cycle again, right? But there's freedom without any ideas of freedom, basically, in the directness. Yeah. Not because you've heard some non-duality teacher or speaker say that there's no me or whatever. That's a trap. That's a trap. It tries to create a next. It tries to create a future event when it's right here. You've seen the clarity here, right? Yeah. Yeah.
But I also see the thoughts all around, jumping around.
That's
and
okay.
like
That's
crazy.
okay. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's fighting. You know what I'm saying? Because it's being kind of like, ta-da, you're not relevant kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's trying to do that. And again, you know what? How long have you been seeking, Miriam?
Well, I've been studying Buddhism for 4 years.
Okay, there's a lot of mind stuff. Holy crow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's why.
I can tell you the theory and the philosophy and all of the statements.
I don't want to be disrespectful, but it's all just thoughts.
It's a lot of
It's
thoughts.
just a lot of thoughts. What's between thought and no thought?
Well, they talk about shunyata.
But that's just another idea. It tries to go to the next. I'm trying to direct it here that it's here. It's here. It's not in the future. It's not in a word. It's not a concept. You know what I'm saying? That's just a concept. It's like someone has landed in it and basically there's sunyata or anatta or whatever, right? And then we get, intoxicated with a foreign, cocktail drink called sunyata, right? So we drink it and we get drunk on it. Here's sobriety, right?
But I think the mystics also go there.
Let's forget about the mystics right now, right? It's just another story about the past, right? It's just another carrot, the mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Let's go to, because you're having this clarity right now, saying, and you're throwing a whole bunch of stuff, like negotiating it, right?
It's like I want to give it authority.
There's no authority. That's what it is, right?
Oh.
Yeah, there's no one that's going to give you a medal of enlightenment. It's in this directness. It's simply, but it's extraordinary at the same time.
And is it the case that you're all by yourself here?
What's that?
Is it the case that you're all by yourself
There's no one. There's what's
here?
between someone and no one. Again, the moment that we buy into, saying an idea and everything, we get caught up again in concepts and ideas about I'm no one here now. You know what I'm saying? Or this just end this suffering, you know what I'm saying, of seeking and religion and spirituality and non-duality. And let's just be clear. Because what's the point of me sitting here, you know what I'm saying, if I'm going to give you a bunch of concepts? Let's bulldozer all of those concepts, right?
You're also telling me I don't need anyone.
You're looking for an authority. What's between needing anyone and not needing anyone?
Not much.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, yeah. But the biggest obstacle in the story is that there is someone that can give this to you. The biggest
Yes.
obstacle of the story that there is someone that's a no one that will get you there energetically. That's the story. Kind of like what I'm pointing out. It's here, right? It's here. That's why I wanted to change this kind of meeting, because there's just a lot of talk, and no action. Here it is in action. Here it is raw. Is there a concept here?
No.
No. There you go. Is there anything missing?
No.
No. This is kind of like almost like a deprogramming of all of those ideas and concepts that we've learned over the years, especially with Buddhism, right? There's a clarity that has not been passed on by anyone. It's pristine. It's here. It does not require someone's idea of it's already the case or simply this or this is it, because that just becomes a thought. Because the mind will try to say that this is not it. So what's in between this is it and this is not it? Again, it dissolves everything again.
Yeah, the talking does become superfluous.
It does, yeah.
It's great connecting with you.
Awesome. Keep in touch. You know what I'm saying? It's this thing is, it's almost like we're not used to this clarity, so the thoughts will keep on trying to come up with a whole bunch of ideas, right? But it doesn't have any chance with this that we can't talk about.
I love it. I didn't think I would get caught. I've listened to your one-on-ones and I go, oh my God, these people really get something.
Someone messaged me. They're like, are they paid actors? Are you paying actors to do this? I'm like, no. Yeah, it's basically the dissolution of me and you, right? Because the moment that you think that someone is on a pedestal, then it creates that I have to get there. I have to. This is the directness, basically, right? So the old structure of gurus and teachers and sages is stale. Even when someone claimed that there's no one here, it's stale. It's just a thought. Let's go into this freshness. This is direct, right? This is fresh, right?
Yes.
Because I've always done this, you know what I'm saying? But it was in a structure of words and everything. So, there's this clarity here, but I've always said this, but the words get in the way. So now I'm trying to get rid of the words and just coming really direct, right? So I'm not caught up in any dogma or any things anymore, right? Because let's throw away all the words.
Well, in
Yeah.
Buddhism, there are gurus and they have to do a lot of work to become gurus, and you have to go through a lot of work to even get a transmission from a teacher.
Yeah.
So it's ironic that this can happen.
Well, it's 2024 in the story you've
So-
surpassed those people.
Yeah, it's like perfect.
Yeah. And again, that's just a story. There's, whatever. But you've
Mhm.
surpassed those concepts already, right? That takes years and, decades of contemplation and studying and everything. What? To find another word called enlightenment? When what's here is so direct that it can't even be named?
Yeah, it just also didn't seem quite right that you needed to put in the time and all this effort in order to be worthy
Yeah.
of awakening
In
or
Buddhism, they'll say that there's no time, it's an illusion. Right? Then why does it take time to realize that there's no time when directly here it is? Yeah.
because
It's
it's
so
human beings, right? Or
there's a hierarchy there's always a leader, you know what I'm saying? Let's you know what? Kick all the pedestals out. That's
Mhm.
liberation. You don't need anyone to certify you or to give you a stamp of approval, because that's not really freedom, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So just getting really into the just cutting to the chase, right? Here it is.
I've been reading the stories of saints as
Mhm.
well, and their direct communication with God.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what their experience is like, but it
Let's
has
not
to
let's
be.
not let's not resurrect dead saints right now. There's this directness here.
Oh, come on.
You know what I'm saying? The
Mhm.
directness is, the communication is silent, right? So there's nothing being said. Just like this. So from being a
Thank
rascal.
you.
Thank you. Okay. Dario. Hey, Dario.
Hey, Emerson.
How you doing?
Right now, good.
Good. Okay.
Y-
It's been a
You,
while, huh? Holy crow.
it's been a while, yeah.
It's been 2 years at least.
Yeah, I think I saw you when you were starting the channel somewhere with the YouTube channel with
That's
all
right.
the
Yeah.
teachers. Mm.
2 years ago. More than 2
Is
years
that
ago. Yeah.
it's that
Yeah.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Mm. You have like a letter in the background, or it's like the background looks like a
Oh, it's
letter.
it's it's just I like the color red. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Do they know red glasses?
Oh no, but it'd be too much. The red background, the red glasses. How you
Uh,
doing? How's it been?
yeah, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
But recently I have been listening to your communication a bit and like the way you put things with directness,
Yeah,
even though there's another concept. But
it is.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
At least I admit it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
yeah, but it kind of kills a lot of the other stuff,
It does. It does. Yeah. It's like a bulldozer basically, right? It just clears everything away. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because it's no longer a belief or a non-belief, right? It's just what can't be said, because everybody says that it's unknowable, but you know what? Everybody takes time to explain how it's unknowable for no one. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it becomes something that is a carrot over and over again, right? Because you're waiting for that idea to drop away, or in the next, you're waiting for it to be, this is it. You're waiting to be for it already the case. You're waiting for the dropping away. You're waiting for the contracted energy. It's got to stop, right? It's madness.
mm,
Yeah, it's madness. So it's all made up stuff. And then people are becoming kind of like more kind of like it's becoming a religiousness. You know what I'm saying? In that belief system. So in the clarity, without an opposite, there's this immediacy that's a rebel right now. This is being rebellious, you know what I'm saying? And just being giving zero fucks given, basically, because there's just this yeah, it just becomes just a passed on, and it's being repeated over and over and over again. And it's the same thing with the awareness, right? Everybody's awareness, 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 awareness. And then it creates an opposite, which is there's no awareness, there's no awareness. But both are just ideas.
Mm.
There's the self, there's no self, the same thing. Which one do you believe? I'm asking you.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, which one do you believe?
I
What?
still don't believe in the no self idea, even though I heard
What
it
do
so
you
many
believe?
times.
What do you believe then?
I still there's an idea of a self that keeps popping up again. It
Yeah.
just appears and disappears.
Okay. Is that your
And it,
belief?
huh?
But who's believing that? Who's believing that belief?
Who's believing that belief?
Yeah.
Uh,
What's
yeah,
behind the belief?
what's behind it?
Yeah. Is it just another belief? A belief believing a belief? What are you without those beliefs?
What yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
What's between belief and no belief?
Yeah, the in-between is the in-between.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
sweetness of the in-between.
It is, right? It's quiet, right? It's not a position or not a position. It's just is. Yeah. And that's basically it. There's this directness, there's this immediacy, there's this, if you take away, if you can't go to the past, you can't go to the future, then there's this direct, whatever it is. So what do you believe now?
I was just thinking about the future and that there's still sometimes the future is popping up.
But who believes that?
Who believes that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it just a belief?
What is just the belief? The future.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So what are you without the belief of the future? Hmm. What if you can't go to the future? There's no future. If there's no past, there's no future. Is there a Dario? Or a no Dario?
I can't really talk from that place that you're pointing.
Yeah, that's it. If you can talk from that place, then what's wrong with that place?
With the place, nothing is wrong, no. But there's still suffering sometimes, and then
No,
then,
that's the future. That's just a thought.
yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
it's the
Oh,
past.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We're talking about directness, right? You're
Yeah.
you're going to the past and the
It's, it,
future. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. But you see that it's irrelevant, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So in this directness, what's wrong with it? Is there something missing?
No.
No. There you go.
Hmm.
There's such thing as non-duality. It's just a thought. There's almost like an awakeness, you know what I'm saying, with no words. When there's just silence, the words are like snooze buttons that takes us to the next or the past. Basically, it's back to dreaming. But if you see that it's just in the periphery, there's almost like an awake and a sleep simultaneously, isn't it?
It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have another group that is more of the spiritual awareness based. And I
Oh
just said,
yeah.
okay, let's stop this. Like there's a lot of people that comes to that because there's more people that
Mm.
like, so I said, let's just go direct. And it was wild, right? It was wild because it's just every week there's like stories about reincarnation, karma.
Mm.
And I'm like, let's just go direct between ideas, right? Because that's just an idea. It's just a belief.
Yeah, I was also
Yeah.
more of a spiritual seeker, and
I know you are.
across the non-duality message, I was already fed up with belief, so I
Yeah.
didn't take on the non-duality as a belief as much.
Yeah. Because people usually jump and it becomes the new belief. I didn't know
Yeah.
that until I started doing more one-on-ones that there is no one becomes a belief system.
Mm.
It's already the case becomes another belief system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's really not like the speaker or the teacher is trying to convey that this is apparently such a suggestion. But the suggestion, when it's repeated over and over again, it becomes a solid belief system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah. It becomes almost like a cultic thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Even
almost
though
becomes like a cognitive dissonance because you believe that there's no one here, but it feels like that there's someone here. So which one is it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you always talk in this
Then it
third
becomes
person.
bypassing, there's no one to do that. There's no one to do this, which is just
Mm.
a belief, right? So, and I was wondering why some of the believers, including speakers, are still miserable. you know, why still talk shit about others instead of saying if there's no belief there? Yeah, this is just going kind of like really rascal and wild and anarchy and just going directly, not caught up with words, dogma, jargon, just direct. And it's peaceful. This is what I've been trying to say to people for the past 2 years. I go into this poetry about nothing, the unknowable and everything. Now that there is just this, gloves off, let's just go direct. Yeah. So I think I'm going to do my meetings this way from now on.
The awareness meetings, or this one?
This one. Oh, even the people in the awareness, I did it this time. I had,
Oh, yeah.
and they were like, "What the hell is going on?" So for them, it's kind of like, "Whoa."
But they've been with you for a while, no? I mean,
They've been with me now for about not maybe a year now. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, because not that long, not as long as the radical non-duality crew here, right? So
I thought in the past you had another spiritual group,
I
kind
did,
of.
yeah, I did, yeah.
But that, yeah,
That
it's not
stopped,
there.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that stopped. Okay.
Yeah, I did a retreat, and then people stopped seeking. Basically, I did
Yeah.
but that's not a carrot. It was just people that I spent like 5 days with them and did one-on-one all throughout, right? So it exhausted the seeking. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I don't really recommend retreats. I recommend the directness wherever it is
But
because it tries to create.
I
It
still like
starts to
meeting
create.
people. in person.
I know, but it creates the next.
Yeah,
When I
yeah.
go to a retreat, that's when I will,
Yeah. You hold on to it.
you hold on to it. Yeah. Well, when
Yeah.
I meet Emerson, and it's funny, right? People fly here now and try to, to meet me, and then within like seconds, they're like, "Oh, I should have not flown." Right? Because it's immediate, right? It's like, yeah.
Yeah. What can you do, huh?
Yeah. That's it basically. If you can't go to the past and the future, we're seeking. If you can't find what's next, then there's just this almost like this floatingness of not knowingness. Again, that's just another statement. In between knowing and not knowing, here you are.
Yeah, this is always there, but there's just nothing. It's just empty.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the mind always discards it. So
The mind always wants to claim it, right? It always wants to kind of like hop on to something like, oh my goodness, there's this new thing now called directness by Emerson. That's not a thing, saying I'm just using words. I'm going to call it, zooming next time or whatever. Zoom in. I don't know. It's just a word. And I don't get caught up with words anymore. That's why I keep on changing it, right?
Hmm.
Because it's just pointless to seek words. You'll just get more words. And then the word becomes torturous because now you're waiting for the me to drop away. Now it becomes a belief that there's a me to drop away, then, or a contracted energy to disappear. There's no such things. It's a carrot. Let's go with the instant. That's what I want to do now. Instant.
When you talk about these things, maybe the most fitting reaction would be, okay, thank you, bye.
Yeah.
Okay, it's over, bye.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I head off.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk again soon, Dario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care. Thank you.
Of course. Yeah. Daniel.
Yeah. Yeah, what's there to say?
Yeah.
Anything I'd say is bullshit anyway.
Yeah.
But we can talk about some bullshit if you want.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Do you have your machete ready?
What machete?
Yeah, I raise my hand in the hope that there can be some more clarity here.
Yeah.
Some
What
better
clarity you're looking
experience
for? Is it something in the past or the future?
in the future.
Yeah. But there's no future, so there's clarity already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what seems to be the obstacle to this clarity that you long for, my friend?
Thoughts.
Yeah. What's in between, clarity and non-clarity? Because now you believe that there's a clarity, but it's not a belief. It's not even an idea. I'm just using the word clarity because it's simple. What's between not clarity and clarity?
No idea.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just basically the admission that there are really no ideas. In between ideas and no ideas, there's just this, we can't even say it, right? The mind wants to create a reality based on ideas, based on thoughts, based on beliefs, right? But what's between reality and illusion? It's just concepts, right? The words are all made up. So that when we believe in the word, then we try to find the next word, then it just becomes this insanity. A word looking for a word, seeking for another word. When you get to the word, there's more words. So what's in between words?
What's in between words?
Yeah. Read between the lines.
There's well, it's a word, but there's a sense of expansiveness.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Luxuriate, in the expansiveness, right? That's all that there is. There's just this expansiveness. There's just this idea that there's somewhere to go and something to get, something to understand, something to be answered, right? But Q&As are just words, maintaining words, thoughts, maintaining a thought to create a solution, which is still a thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think Sophie wants to raise her hand.
Oh, okay. Okay, Daniel, we'll talk to you in a bit. You're okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
How to do this hand raising?
Just go like this.
Yeah. Anyway, just quickly want to share this. Yeah, just go like this always.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Miriam said this thing, this these worries about future, right? Like
Yeah,
seemingly
yeah.
like how I asked you, like, oh, but do you have friends? And you know,
Yeah.
God, it's just so funny. And I just want to share quickly.
Yeah,
It's
sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
want to share quickly how everything is the same.
Yeah.
And even the words are coming in the same way, and it's just much more free because nobody's behind them.
Yeah.
So I say the same things, but because there is nobody behind them, there is not this fear of like, oh, but I shouldn't say that. Or, you know, I just say
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. There's no more second guessing. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just much more authentic because I would say it anyway.
Yeah.
And now I'm saying without anything. And
Yeah.
it's just so authentic, and I like seemingly it's just a story, right? But seemingly it's even easier for the character to connect now because
Yeah.
there are no worries, you know. The
Yeah.
character is not a spiritual person, the character is not the good one, not the bad one. It's just there, the story is just
Yeah.
going on, and it's so beautiful that like this freedom of it.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Did you just freeze? Oh, you froze.
Oh, you freeze.
Yeah.
Oh, you are
I said.
yeah, I can't hear.
I love our talks, Sophie. That talk, remember when you were like, what's going on?
Good.
The tears and the laughter.
Yeah.
What's in between? Thank you. Oh, love you, Rosa. Excuse me for 1 second. I have to run to the washroom. I've been drinking lots of water. I'll be right back. All right. Who's next?
Hey, Emerson.
Oh, hi. Hi, Melanie.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Good to see you.
And you. And all of you.
Yeah. How's it been since our last talk?
Oh. Yeah. That's okay. Okay. I have to ask a question. This is almost embarrassing, but
Oh, go ahead. Don't worry.
it seems as though, like, it's been mentioned that that there's just thoughts about thoughts. It seems like thoughts are in here. How, like,
What's
are on the periphery?
on the
Actually?
periphery? Yeah, but when there's just this clarity, right? I don't know what to say, clarity or whatever, or isness. There's just this immediacy that if you can't go to the past or the future, there's going to be some peripheral kind of like thing of the past trying to take you to the past or the future. But when there's just this directness, it's immediate, right? So there's no then the past and the future becomes completely irrelevant because they're just really just ideas.
Yeah.
And there's this presence, not a being or anything, there's just no opposites here. So yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
It can't get in it. It can't get in it because you know what, if it has nowhere to go, right? Because if you say what's between this and not this, yeah, then it just disappear. And it will try again to try to claim,
Mhm.
it will try, saying, but that's okay. It becomes irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because all throughout the day you probably notice that that you're cleaning or doing some cooking or doing some doing some work, when I'm cooking, cleaning, that kind of thing. Who's doing all of it? Are you doing it, or is that a belief? So in the absence of belief, what's going on? It just becomes speechless, right? You're kind of like, okay. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And again, this is not about agreeing or, if you're agreeing or you're rejecting, that's okay. But what's in between that? I'm not here to convince anyone or whatever. It's just be direct, right? So if I've been talking about this for nonstop for the past 2 years, why not show it directly? So it's just not all talk. I just saw your message there. My mind is insane. I used to follow its direction without question, and it just made me miserable. Now I just watch it without believing it, without obeying it, and it just looks insane. I don't want to suppress it because that would be take too much. The mind trying to suppress itself is still a mind. So I just watch, wait for it to fade away. Is that also the mind waiting for the self to fade away? Yeah. What's between mind and no mind? If you can't answer it, that's it. Stewart. You have to unmute. Bye, Jovi.
Yeah. Hi, Emerson.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this question here. There is something. Sure. No, one thing, but it's really, I don't know how you do it because it's like to describe something in words is impossible.
It is. It is. It is. And that's why I went into poetry for quite a while. I was just going poetic about it. You know what I'm saying? And because it is hard to describe it in words. So it's like painting an invisible face, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to think I was pretty, because I haven't been educated in the story. I just haven't been, but so I thought that well, it's just my stupidity that I can't describe stuff, you know. But
it has nothing to do with intelligence, to be honest with you.
no,
Right?
yeah, and I'm sort of used to that now. It's like that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But it's funny, you know. I can be around people, and sometimes it feels like I'm this. Because I find it so. I used to be able to take a position on something.
Yeah.
In the story, and now that's gone.
Good.
And so I feel like
isn't it great?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
but it sort of sometimes feels to me I'm this big black hole. It's like this, whatever's appearing is just falling into that.
Yeah.
And I got nothing to say about it, or it's, yeah. But one question I will ask you.
Yeah, for sure.
Was like I suppose in my story is like I seemingly spend a lot of time just looking out my window, watching things go by a lot of time, and so and it's fantastic in one way, and the story about thoughts, like I think when I was younger, probably about 16 maybe, I think I was smoking dope, and I went to work, and the thoughts were giving me hell, really.
Of course.
Something clicked, and it was like, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I can see that, and I did then really clearly. But one thing I was going to ask Emerson was, some thoughts seem to be stickier.
Yeah, but that's just another thought.
Yes, it is. It is. But so the thoughts are coming, going, appearing in whatever it is. They're just coming and going, appearing. And the thing is, some of them are more tempting to. It's almost like something makes the thoughts real.
Yeah.
What if you?
What is a sticky thought, and what's a real thought other than a thought?
I wouldn't say any thoughts are real to me.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's just a thought. So rather than trying to say that it's sticky or real, what's between thought and no thought?
Yeah, I can agree.
Yeah, good. Then it eradicates that kind of like immediately, right? It's kind of like, okay. Because sometimes it, like, oh, this thought is more sticky than maybe. No, it's just a thought. And it's not even a thought, because we just call it a thought, but who knows what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is. Yeah, but there's clarity here that what seems to be moving, you know what I'm saying, is also stillness.
Yeah. I don't know what to say, but you know, it's good. It's good. I have to do a one. I'm going to do a one-on-one at one point.
Okay. Yeah.
That'd be wonderful.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Noah. Yeah.
Hi, Emerson. Thank you for doing this meeting. I feel so much quietness right now. But what happens after the meeting? Again, when there's a thought about the next, right? So it seems to hijack what always is. There's something that always is that is not affected by time, that cannot be um um kept by time, because the time is just a thought. So when there is an undoing, or kind of like an unraveling of the belief of time, what's between time and the timeless? If you can't answer that, that's it. The thought is always going to try to hijack feelings, sensations, as something's missing, something's lacking, therefore trying to go to the next, right? So thank you, Emerson. The last meeting lasted me for a week. How long will this There's a permanence that doesn't have any time, right? So the thought usually there's going to be a feeling that there's something missing, but that's just another illusion. That's just another thought. So in between something's missing and there's nothing missing, there's the response that cannot be said. There's the clarity without the words. Oh, thank you, Stuart. Thank you. There's more. I just haven't had a chance. I have like, yeah. If you guys want some, there's more. Yeah, I haven't had chance to do thumbnails. I do like making a thumbnail, so it takes some time to do the thumbnail. So, but yeah. Hello. Good to see you. We'll chat soon. We'll chat soon. I miss you, so we'll chat soon. Okay. So what do you believe now? In between belief and no belief, it's easy to get caught up in an idea, and then to repeat it over and over again, it becomes almost like a mantra, right? And unbeknownst to the apparent character, then they believe that now. And then believing of something to happen in the next, believing something to unhappen, creates this unnecessary suffering. When in the directness, there's this clarity that cannot be comprehended, that does not have any requirements. It does not require any knowledge. It does not have any judgments. It's free. It's free from the ideas of freedom. Because when you're caught up in an agreement or in a disagreement about what freedom is, then it just becomes this looping of looking for something that is directly here and not here. Oh, Marlene. Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
hello. You were talking earlier about thoughts are trying to hijack or something.
Yeah.
And I just realize I buy this idea. Like, I believe that story of me against my thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that just
It would
just
went,
disappear.
yeah.
It just disappeared instantly. I was really buying into this idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Isn't it amazing? It's just so instant. It just pops.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to see the I'm
Oh,
believing that.
yeah. 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 But
It's
look
just,
at it, right? It's just a belief in belief. It's a belief believing in a belief.
yeah, and
There's nothing to it really, right? It's just a thought that believes it's a belief, and a belief that believes it's a belief.
yeah, like loop.
Yeah, it just
looping.
goes, yeah. And there's a pop, right? You're like, what does, wait a second.
Yeah, and also this can become a belief, like, oh, I can
Exactly.
believe that my thoughts are looping.
Yeah.
And
So what's between looping and not looping? It just goes directly again. Boom,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Simple, right?
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think I have no questions. Just
Yeah,
thank you.
good. Okay. I like this new format. It's just going directly, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's even kind of like saying feeding, not feeding the seeker. It's still, it's still a thought. It's still a belief that there's a seeker feeding or not feeding. Who cares? Right? Let's just go directly. Yeah, let's cut all the bullshit, right?
Yeah, but that's so quick that you can
Yeah.
believe it. That's
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
or not quick, just strange, or
Yeah.
I can't even put words on this.
That's right. Don't. That's okay.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I see Petra. Well, here it is. And that's it. There's this directness here that is beyond anything that you could ever imagine, because it's not an imagination. The thing with seeking is that it just goes into hyper imagination. There's an imagination that thinks that there is a me. Equally, there's an imagination that there's no me. So in between the imagination, there's this wake up. It's it's as simple as that. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Much love, everyone. And I'll see you guys next week. And
Thank you. Thank you, Emerson.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. It's so good to see everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'll see you guys next week. Sorry, I have to go somewhere now to do a one-on-one in person. So I can't be here. So see you guys. Bye.
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 Oh,
Mhm.
recording still.